Hello, dear Cancer, and welcome to your love reading for the month of July. And this is around your birthday. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us here. And of course, this is a Patreon reading, which is later on in the month, around the 20th, released to the public on YouTube. Let's see what's going on in matters pertaining to the heart matters for Cancer. Please check out your other placements as well for more information, for a more rounded reading. Let's see what's going on. We'll be taking random cards from the Twin Flame Journey Tarot and a lot more other cards so we can get the bigger picture. What's going on for Cancer? Cancer, dear Spirit, in the month of July 2025. Okay, we've got the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is called Teach. So this could be a marriage, this could be a spiritual connection, this could be someone that you're either committed to or you're connecting to. I don't know if it's someone new, you could be meeting them through the family. There are prospects for a spiritual connection. But nevertheless, there's some sort of lesson that you're dealing with in the month of July. I don't know if you're teaching the other or if they're teaching you, or some of you could even be connecting with someone new that is a teacher. They could be someone that's very close to the church as well. Nevertheless, some of you could also be looking for advice from a guru, a teacher, someone that you trust. This could even be a marriage counselor for all we know. Let's see what's going on. Taurus seems to be very important for you. And of course, the Hierophant is the marriage card. It does speak to conservatism or a big corporate company or I don't get easy energies with the Hierophant ever. The lessons that come through the Hierophant are never easy. I do get the Hierophant as very similar to the Saturnian energy. I mean, this is the card of commitment and conservatism and traditions and going by what the family used to go by. So it could play a big role, your beliefs, your religion. Okay, let's see what's going on for Cancer. What is going on for Cancer, dear Spirit? We've got the Lovers. There's a twin flame connection here in the now. What's crowning you? So Gemini comes through. We've got the Ten of Wands, but heavy burdens. That's what you're thinking, nevertheless. Unless there's going to be an aha moment. We do see the light bulb here. And Uranus will be changing signs, going from Taurus to Gemini, which could be a cerebral connection. We've got obsession, we've got the Devil here. That's at the root of the reading. Knight of Swords, decisive action. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles and independence. What's at the bottom? We've got the Six of Wands, success and recognition. Leo comes through as well. What's beneath that? We've got the Ten of Swords, painful ending. Yeah, that's what I see with the Hierophant and the Devil here. And the decisive action, Knight of Swords here. There's a very big awakening here that someone's going through. I don't know if you're leaving. Fire sign, could be a Capricorn, could be an Aquarius, could be any sign. I do get strong Leo and Aquarius here, dear Cancer. Our Virgo also comes through with the Nine of Pentacles. So you've gone through a painful ending, no doubt here. You've got a Ten of Wands and a Ten of Swords here, which is telling me that it hasn't been easy. Now, Jupiter is transiting your sign, and Jupiter can speak to separation and divorce, that you've seen the bigger picture. A particular person, because you've got the Hierophant here, which does speak to marriage, commitment, something long term. Also a spiritual awakening and advisement is the Hierophant. You've got the Devil here, which is Saturn, and Jupiter is passing through your sign. So this could be a change, a big change, because Jupiter is giving you the bigger picture. Jupiter is helping you expand. Jupiter and the Sun could be new cycle, a positive new cycle, especially if you're born, you've got planets at the early area of Cancer, so in the first decan more so. But because you've got the Devil here, and it speaks to obsession, and we've got Aquarius energy here. Aquarius is all about breaking free, seeing the truth, moving towards your future. The Knight of Swords is, I see it as a legal motion. So taking the legal route, let's say, if you were dealing with someone that was self-centered, very challenging to handle, because I see Aquarius, I see Leo very strongly, and they're fixed signs. We've also got Taurus. You've more than likely have been dealing with someone that was very fixated, obsessed, self-centered. I mean, the Devil is an addictive energy, cycles that you've been through again and again. Now, the Devil can also speak to third parties. We've got the Lovers here, so there are second choices. I don't know, sometimes the relationships tend to bleed into each other, and what I mean by that is many times for someone to be able to leave, or to actually decide to leave some commitment, new love comes in to replace an old love, and that's where it can get messy. And we've got the Devil, we've got the Lovers here, and this is bringing a huge awakening, but it's very heavy burdens. Means, of course, you're carrying a heavy burden relative to love, and you've got a twin flame connection in the now, in the here and now, whenever you get to view this, which has possibly, for some of you, they may have entered very quickly recently. They've come to teach you, to awaken you, to understand that you're possibly also holding yourself back if you're stuck in a situation, thinking or fearing that you can't get out of something. So that's where the teach comes in. The success and recognition, you may have been dealing with someone that was quite egotistical. See, here is the Ten of Swords, but you've got the Chariot, which is your energy. This is a Cancer card. We've got a King of Wands here, visionary leader. King of Wands, I would say, would be an X here, someone with strong fire and air. I do see more mutable energies here, so a potential for a mutable sign could be a Gemini, could be a Virgo, or something like that. So I get that the Chariot is like charging towards victory, but needing to make a decision to go through a painful ending, because this turns into an Ace, as does the Ten of Wands, which is, I desire this, have the light bulb moment. And Six of Wands is, I've gotten to the top of that mountain, I've succeeded because I've recognized, possibly through a teacher, possibly through someone else, and even if a karmic was a difficult teacher in your life, it was meant to happen like this, right? The Lovers is a head over heart decision. Remember, it's a fight between the mind and the heart. So your perception of love and your heartfelt love possibilities. So listening to your heart or listening to your head, Now, of course, Cancer, you are a water sign, so you're more emotional. You do sense, you've got strong intuition, so on and so forth. But the twin flame connection is not an easy thing at all. I mean, the devil could be a karmic, and the twin flame is another connection. So very important times for love, for you, Cancer. And with a couple of tens that you have there, you do have divine source help. You've got the help of Jupiter as well, bringing you the truth, giving you the truth. I don't know if you're dealing with a foreigner as well, because the decisive action here means someone back in the days, they would be getting on their horse and traveling. We see them on their bikes, so you may be connecting with someone that comes from a different area where you live, so travel is involved here. And Nine of Pentacles is a very positive card indeed, because even though we see that she's alone in the Garden of Eden, she's lonely, this speaks to, because this is codependency and this is independence, in being independent. The Nine of Pentacles is a very positive card. It's very similar to the Empress energies. So you know your worth. I feel that some of you are on the verge of connecting with a twin flame connection, but as we know, twin flame shouldn't be two halves that make a whole, but it should be two whole that come together and form a unit, right? So even though the Lovers is here, I do feel that there's still some work that needs to be done, because nevertheless in your reading you've got the Ten of Wands, which is heaviness. It's a cycle that's coming to an end for a restart. And we see the Knight of Swords, which could be anything legal, but decisive action, communication, and doing the work to become more independent, and not also being dependent on someone that you think is your other half and being the burden, or them being the burden on you, whichever way it works for you. That's why I'm saying I feel that there is some work to be done still. But you're on the right path is what I wanted to say. Okay, so we'll take more cards and see what's going on. Let's take a Mirror's Love Oracle and see what's happening for Cancer in the month of July 2025. We'll be taking some love messages as well from Mystic Moon Oracles. And more cards for more information. Let's see what's going on for Cancer in the month of July around your solar return. You've got a gift. It could be a physical gift or something that's changing that will feel like a gift to you. We've got family and we've got friendship. So what I get here, because the friendship could be connecting with someone where there's already a friendship. This could be an acquaintance through the family, which I mentioned earlier. To me, the hands put together, this is like a promise. This is like working together as a team. So I do feel that there's possibly, for those of you that are going through a separation or divorce or something like that, there is support from the family, and some of you could be connecting, as I said, with someone that's connected to your family, or even to family, friends, so on and so forth, because we've got family and friendships. Okay, so this does promise something long term here, because it's like a promise. But again, as I said, this could be support coming from the family and from your friends at this time, since you're carrying heavy burdens. Let's see what the messages are. Let's get more information here. This could also be financial help coming from family. For those of you that are going through separation, maybe a change of home as well. That could be the case for some of you. Now, this could also be a blessing in disguise, even though you're going through finishing up with some sort of obsession cycles that you've been through again and again, even though it seems very challenging. This is getting you out of a rut, and you're finding your independence, so you're free to follow your own heart here. But I do feel in the now, this is a very, very important time, because there is a twin flame connection here. Breathe. So the fact that we've got breathe here, Spirit is telling us that you've been very stressed out, dealing with a lot. It is a number 29. Let's see what number 29 says. You're able to move more freely. You're more relaxed, or you're heading towards that in this month, or whenever you view this message. Let's see what the relationship message is. Don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. So there's the teach and the learning, see? Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So it says to slow down. I don't know if you have connected with a Gemini. Gemini is usually very, it's an air sign. They want quick results, so on and so forth. You may have connected with a Gemini, someone that has entered your life, which maybe they feel you're the one, and they may be pressuring you. But I feel that some of you may need a little bit more time, time to breathe, time to gather your thoughts and think, right? Let's see emotionally where you will be in the month of July. Oops. Meditation is a good idea. That's what the breathe card is telling us. Gathering yourself, taking time out to breathe, to take a bit of time on your own to think. Some of you may be feeling the pressure also from family to connect with someone maybe that you're not ready for. Yeah, this could be an arranged marriage, I get, for someone out there. Some of you may feel pressured from family as well, thinking that this is your perfect person, but some of you may have also, you've got your eye on someone else, and you may be feeling pressure from others, from family members or friends, thinking that they've got the right person for you. But that could also be, that is your decision, obviously. So take a breath, take your time. There's no rush. Let's see where you are emotionally in the month of July. Oh my God, dear Cancer. Yes, a twin flame has entered your life. Wow, they are returning. So they've been in your life already. Some of you may have thought this was a karmic. If you are not in another connection, going through separation, divorce, some of you may have been waiting for the return of someone that you may have feared that they were karmic, but no, they are your twin flame. It's a very fine line between a karmic and a twin flame. Some of you may have thought that you were obsessed or you felt as though you could not break free, break away. And that's because, yes, they are your twin flame and they are returning. And we do have retrogrades. Mercury is retrograding in the sign of Leo, dear Cancer. So maybe someone's figured out that you're the one. Maybe they've come to the realization. That's why they're returning. I do feel that this card is talking about someone that's gone through an awakening, because they're returning. If they have not gone through their awakening yet, they probably are. Let's take one more on that, unawakened. There's the refocus. You see, they're needing to see the situation again and again. And that could be the cycles, right? Of someone, could be someone that you've been connected to for a while. And the devil says that you've done cycles again and again because someone just couldn't break free, or that there was fear of the reality of the situation. Why? I mean, it feels like, Cancer, you're attracting someone. And remember the Nine of Pentacles, I said it's like the Empress energy, and she's all about attracting, right? The opposite sex or the same sex, doesn't matter. And some of you, as I said, may have physical distance between the two of you, and physical distance doesn't help, obviously, where relationships are concerned. I guess, I mean, this could be, we could even be going back 12 years. You could be reliving a 12-year past situation where someone's realized, you know, after a whole cycle of Jupiter, because Jupiter takes 12 years to do the whole zodiac, and Jupiter in your sign, Jupiter, yes, would bring you the correct person. Jupiter can be a divine masculine, an important person that's come into your life to teach you or to help you expand, acknowledge. The wisdom has come through, right? Jupiter is very much about awakening as well, because you get to see the bigger picture. What's at the bottom? We've got mask. The mask. So I don't know if someone's checking you out through social media as well. Someone could possibly also unexpectedly be returning to your life when you least expect it. And that's why the spirit is saying breathe, because there's panic, there's craziness here, I get, with the breathe card for sure. Let's take some, let's take 3 La Vera Sibilla. Ten of Cups, Constanza, Ten of Hearts, something unchanging, a gran consolazione, the grand consolation, and the Giovina Fanciulla, the young virgin, the purification, something new. What is the Giovina Fanciulla about? And we've got Superbia. Superbia is, it could be a divine union, yes. It's a very lucky, very fortunate card, and it can speak to a spiritual connection because of the male peacock here. Once upon a time there was a moment of great happiness, let's say, with the Ten of Cups there. But you know, that could also be, Ten of Cups could also speak to the end of a family situation. Something that has been going on for quite some time, something very long-standing, let's say. Ten of Cups, it does speak to family and bliss and happiness, but it does turn into the Ace of Cups, doesn't it? So that's an opportune moment for this grand consolazione, this grand consolation, is what you've been dreaming you could possibly manifest now. So there's a sense of newness and luck and beautiful, absolutely beautiful cards from the Sibillas, I must say. Let's take some tarot, get more information on the spread here. What's the devil about? Give me more information on the devil, and that's the root cause of this spread and speaks to the past. Let's see. We've got a King of Cups. This could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces. This could be your energy as well. We've got Leo, the Strength card, and we've got the Magician. I mean, there's sexual connotation and emotional, but there's also trickery here, possibly third parties. Unless because the devil, of course, is addictions. I don't know if you're dealing with someone from the past that had addictions. The King of Cups could be that. But the King of Cups is also someone that's emotionally open, dealing with a trickster, dealing with someone that was only sexually coming through only as very sexual. This could be a bit of an illusion in the past, not really knowing whether this is an emotional connection or just a sexual connection, and that there's trickery in third parties. I mean, this could have been a trap that you've fallen into, unless you were dealing with someone that was very, that was not loyal. So someone that was stepping out of a committed relationship as well. And for others of you, I mean, the King of Cups is an open heart, a mature heart that's open, but there are fears, or someone needed to wait, because the devil is also Saturn, and it does speak to maturity and time. And we've got a wait card with a Strength card here, until the Ace, until the Magician. So waiting on the alignment of the stars for a possible return with different opportunities. If this could be someone also that you may be leaving behind, someone that had addictive behaviors, or someone that was taking drugs and had obsession where, intimacy, weird wants, and obsessive behaviors. I mean, the devil could be, third parties, so very distinctive sexual fantasies, something that could have been quite unhealthy. Let's see what the Knight of Swords speaks to in the recent past. Yeah, we've got the Lovers again. Some of you have been waiting on someone to return, and they're coming in very decisively. But this is also a return to a twin flame connection, or after a possible ending. Some of you could be, because energetically the Three of Swords comes before the Four, which could have been a heartbreak, a disappointment, or a third party that's coming to an end, and someone needs some time, which is what I was talking about before. What is the Lovers in the now? Communication, clearing the air. Clearing the air, because Nine of Swords is a lot of worry, a lot of sleepless nights. There are the 10 Swords, which we also see here, which is, of course, it speaks to a painful ending. Maybe a painful ending of a past obsessive connection, or a dealing with a narcissistic connection. An ending with that energetically opens the road for a twin flame. Could be for some of you. There's the Knight of Cups and the Empress. Remember how I was saying that the Nine of Pentacles is very similar to the Empress. For some of you, there's an age difference, which may feel like heaviness, like this is very untraditional. I wouldn't go for someone, a male being younger than the female, let's say. This is really heavy for me. I don't know. The heart doesn't see years, my dear friends, and age. Timing is man-made. We've got a Three of Pentacles here, which is the first step to success, but also this could be support from others that are helping you. And we've got a couple of threes. Threes speak to expansion and growth, possibly third parties, of course, as well. And this could also be involving a situation around work. Yeah, there's the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We've got, of course, we've got Taurus and Libra here. We've got Scorpio, very strong Scorpio. We've got Gemini. Yep. Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. You know that the Queen of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress, of course. I'm wondering if someone is still dealing, because you've got a couple of nines here. And the three nines, you've got 999. I don't know what that means for you, but maybe the 9th of July is going to be an important date for you. We see the Queen of Pentacles turning her back to a relationship that does not fit, let's say. That, I mean, it's as though she's saying no, and she's got her wall up. Like she needs to be talked into. Maybe she doesn't believe. Maybe this is for some of you. You're going through and you don't want to believe, unless this is someone that you believed is your twin flame and they did not, because we do see a divine masculine that's unawakened, but they're still returning. So we see the divine feminine turning her back to someone who doesn't share the same values or isn't on the same page, let's say, because we've got the Five of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles would be the flowing of the energies, the reciprocity, the harmonizing of the relationship. And we see the Five of Pentacles, which speaks to beliefs, and again, different social standing, age difference, religion difference. All these could be factors that some of you may need time to process, unless you're already there. You know what you want, but you're dealing with someone that was not ready, not fully ready, even though they're coming in. Now look at this. There's nostalgia. This could be a soulmate from the past. All right, this could be someone that you've known for quite some time. Why do we have the Nine of Wands? And we've got the Three of Cups. This could also be for some of you that if someone has not signed on the dotted line that they're completely free, that they have finished up with a previous separation or divorce. Someone doesn't want to take part in that. You know what I mean? Because the Three of Cups is like, I don't know, unless everything is done in perfection, because I need stability. I need to be certain. We've got Taurus there, right? I need to be certain. I need to have the security. The divorce papers, let's say. Then I will take part. It feels like we've got these sort of energies here, but this is also a reconciliation for some of you with the Three of Cups. And the friendship could also be, remember what I said, that there is support from family and friends here. And they could also be the glue that bring two people back together. And that's another message I'm getting. And there's the Ace of Pentacles for something long term. Queen of Pentacles, she knows what she wants. She's independent now, or she's on her way to that. And she knows what she wants. She will not accept less than what this Ace of Pentacles means, which is an opportunity for something long term and real. Not something just a romantic offer. She wants the reality. She wants the real thing. Okay, so That's what I'm getting there. Let's see what the messages are. Let's get into your person and let's see what they're thinking. I still feel like there is stress here with the Breathe card. You're not out of the woods fully. And of course, all of July and into probably mid-August, you'll be dealing with these matters, dear Cancer. But it is a very, very significant time for you with 2 twin flame cards. This is 3. We've got lovers, lovers, lovers. That's 3 times you've got the lovers. If that's not a significant time for you, then I don't know what is. Let's get into the head, into the mind of your person. Your beauty still moves me. How could you still love me after all I've done? This doesn't sound like a new connection, obviously. I know I screwed things up and honestly have no idea how to fix it. Being apart has been life-changing for me. For some of you, this could also be a moment of separation with a committed partnership because of third parties, because of the interference of third parties. But for some of you, there's a return to the family unit. So it would have been a time of being apart, being in separation until both parties understand the reality of the situation and their true emotions. So for some of you, it is you're finding the way to come back together. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. See, there's a lot of negative and remorse, regrets coming from your person, Cancer. It's time that they understand now. I need more time to figure things out. And I think that might be your answer before you accept them back. You inspire me. Wow. Wow, dear Cancer. That's your reading. That's what I'm getting. Not an easy month, as I see, but a very, very significant month indeed. As I said, I feel as though you're not out of the woods yet. But surely for the year moving forward until mid-2026, which is when Jupiter will leave your sign, that will be a time of make or break, because Jupiter can bring luck, but Jupiter can also bring litigation. So, the final separation or the legal divorce. So it's up to you. There's always free will. But at this time, of course, there is great help coming from Spirit. But also you're being challenged to make the changes that are necessary in your life, especially with Saturn and Neptune in Aries that are squaring you. So they're putting you through a hard time, but you're needing to do the work, okay? You're needing to do the work, and the divine source help is here for that. You'll be refocusing and revisiting a situation as a relationship situation is returning. Very important the next couple of months ahead for you. So I'm wishing you well, wishing you luck, and I hope that this is what you were hoping for. You do have great potential here, as long as there isn't too much ego, okay? We need to be humbled, we need to be grounded. We're not larger than life, we're only human. We're living a human experience. Love and light, dear Cancer. Thank you so much for your love and your support always.